Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a mix breakdown of a worship song I mixed. It's by John Puckett. The name of it's Holy Wind. We're just going to be going through it track by track so you can hear the processing I did and how I got this mix. So let's jump right in. Okay, so to start off, I'm just going to let you hear a little bit of the song so you can get an idea of what's going on in this mix.
Then I will spread my wings and embrace the light before me as the child of God that I have become. For my spirit shall soar and be lifted ever higher by your holy wind under my wings. With my new life ahead, I will leave this world behind me forevermore. With my Lord God and King, for my spirit shall soar and be lifted ever higher by your holy wind under my wings. I will rest in your love, a love that will endure forever. Lord, you are treasured high above all things, everything.
Okay, so now that you got an idea, let's go to the drums because that's normally where I start whenever I'm mixing. And I'm just going to solo the drum bus for you. And then you can see on the drum bus, the only thing I have is this bus compression. It's just taken off, a little less than 5 dB, kind of glue all the drums together. This is kind of my go-to compressor in Logic, at least. I always pick the 1176 model. And then for each of the drums individually, so on the kicks, I'll let you hear what the raw tracks sound like. And so I decided that I needed to trigger that. And typically what I'll do is I'll just duplicate the kick and make one the sub kick and give it this kind of EQ. And then I'll make the other one the top kick and give it this one. And then I'll just process them separately so that they sound like this. And here's the processing I'm doing on the top kick with the SSL channel. And when we add in the snare, with my processing, this EQ is just to get a little bit more of that low end beef out of the snare. And then this was my initial EQ. It's also being triggered. Then next is the toms. You can see the only thing I'm really doing is boosting some of that top end. And just with a little bit of SSL compression. And on the ride, notching out some frequencies that I didn't like, and it's pretty much the same thing on all these cymbals. For the hi-hat, just notching out that frequency. Yep, 4.5K on this cymbal. Similar on this one. Then there was also a mallet cymbal. It just kind of rolls in. Didn't need to do much. And then moving, I guess to talk about the drum room. So being sent to the Space Designer. And on this particular song, I picked the piano concert hall. No particular reason, just thought it sounded good. And then just without that room. This will be the same room that I use for all the other instruments too. Oh, and on this song specifically, since he sent me the cymbals separated, I just bussed these to an overhead bus and did a little bit more processing there with this SSL EQ. Or SSL channel strip. So next is the bass. Just using the Logic amp. Here's what the EQ looks like. Just a notch at 50 to kind of make room for the kick drum. And then another notch where I didn't like a frequency around 3K, and just pulling out the high end that I don't really need. Also with bass, I compress it pretty hard. You can see it's taking off like 10 dB and the ratio is at 10 to 1. Just because I want the bass to be super even and consistent. So next we have our piano bus. This one, the SSL is taken out. Just see that little automation move right there. So whenever the piano is playing by itself, I actually leave more low end in, and then watch what happens to this knob. And then when all the instruments come in, I actually high pass it even harder to make room for everything down there, the bass and stuff. Okay, so then next is the acoustic guitars. Bust over here to my acoustic guitar bus. You can see on these, getting out, removing a lot of that low end and that top end to leave room for other things like cymbals and, the top end of the vocal. I don't want it to compete with this acoustic. And then with removing the low end, I just don't want it to compete with the bass. Also doing a little bit of compression to keep it nice and even. After the acoustic, we have guitars. This is kind of like a mandolin. He named it the Nashville string, so I'm not sure exactly what it is, but to me it sounded like a mandolin or, just one of those other weird kind of guitars. All I did to it was really just EQ. Didn't think it needed anything else.
With my Lord God.
And then here's the electric guitar. So on this one, I was using the Nolly. And a little bit of EQ. Just trying to make room. This was kind of a top end heavy guitar, so I had to remove some of that. And just some normal compression.
Spirit shall soar.
You can go to the solo guitar. Again, using the Nolly with the step up gain wise. That is our orchestra section, so all these are just leveled and then bust.
That your will had been done. Then I will spread my wings.
And they come in down here. Yep, so they're bust and panned actually. You can see the panning. Hard left, hard right, except for this double bass, which is just halfway to the left. There's the EQ on that. Just had to notch out one little frequency I didn't like at 5300 hertz. Also some compression to kind of keep these even because they're pretty dynamic. Needed a lot of things to even out. With this mix in particular, there's just kind of a lot going on. And then even after adjusting them once, I went back and I was like, man, these are competing with the vocals a lot, so I notched out this scoop is so the vocals can sit right in this area.
You are treasured high above all things, everything. The wind blows where it wishes, and you hear the sting. You holy wind under my wings. With my new life ahead, I will leave this world behind.
This is to try and notch out an S, a harsh S sound that I was hearing.
God and King.
And we went into the de-esser.
With my new life ahead, I will leave this world behind me forevermore.
And the REQ.
With my Lord God and King. For
pretty much use only Renaissance plugins on vocals, as you can see.
And be lifted
and I do serial compression.
By your holy
so first I hit it with one R compressor at 2:1 ratio.
I will rest in
I hit it with the same R compressor with a 4:1. And I've just always really liked the sound that gives it. And then I always do as fast attack as possible. Somewhat fast release on vocals specifically. And then you can see this one is being sent a little bit to the room, and then a little bit to its own vocal reverb.
A love that will endure forever.
This one
Lord,
is weird. I don't know. 6 spaces 03 South Church mid side. That was just very important. And then I always EQ the reverbs too, to just kind of I don't know, to me it always makes a mix muddy whenever you have like really high end stuff being sent to the reverb and really low end stuff. So I just notched, or I high pass, low pass those out. And then it's also being sent to the delay, which is just normal Logic tape delay. And then also on this delay specifically, I'm using this doubler, just to kind of give it some interesting stereo effect.
My spirit shall soar and be lifted ever higher by your holy wind under my wings. With my new life ahead, I will leave this world behind me forevermore with my Lord God and King.
And then for all the vocals, it's pretty much the same process.
And be lifted ever higher by your holy wind under.
The EQs are probably a little different for these female vocals. But same processing.
You are treasured high above all things, everything. The wind blows where it wishes, and you hear the sound of it.
And then you have this talking track
where
at
it
the
comes
end.
from and where it is going. So is everyone who is born of
Very
the
similar
Spirit.
processing too, just
John
as much
3:8.
sent to the reverbs and stuff. You can see it's only going to the room just a little bit. And then finally, we just have our master bus processing. You can see it here.
Of God that I have
This dangerous EQ. Boosting quite a bit. High end for a master bus. It's about 3 dB. And also on the low end a little. 3 dB. This compressor is just taking off just a tiny bit. Super low ratio. And it just primes it up for this next compressor. Shadow Hills one. On this one specifically, I always use this middle setting, the iron setting, I think it is. Nickel, iron, and steel, and I just like having iron settings. And then I'm also boosting the stereo width about 10%. After that, it goes into the multiplexer.
Lord, you are treasured high above all things, everything under my wings. With my new life ahead, I will leave this world behind me forevermore.
Suck it down a little bit.
Lord God,
And then after that, it just goes into the loudness stuff.
Spirit shall soar and be lifted ever.
Mute all these for you, but I mean it's going to be just a huge volume jump, so you're probably not going to be able to tell like the sonic quality difference that much. Yeah, let me turn it up, and then I'll turn it down right before I hit
This world behind me forevermore with my Lord God and King. For my spirit shall soar and be lifted ever high.
Okay, well that's pretty much the mix. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, or you can find me in our Facebook group, which will also be down in the description or on our website, MixChecks.com. So I'd love to have you come sign up, get feedback on your mixing, join our mixing competition. We got a bunch of stuff going on there. See you guys next video.
Is where it wishes, and you hear the sound of it, but you do not know where it comes from and where it is going. So is everyone who is born of the Spirit. John 3:8.